The doctor told me I'd be on medication for the rest of my life. Can you imagine hearing that? That my type 2 diabetes was chronic, progressive, irreversible. I remember walking out of that office, the fluorescent lights feeling even harsher, my head buzzing with defeat. It felt like a life sentence handed down with a shrug. But then a tiny defiant thought sparked in the back of my mind. What if they were wrong? What if I could prove them wrong? This isn't just about managing a condition. This is about reclaiming my life, one intentional choice at a time. This is the exact hour-by-hour daily routine I used to not just manage, but truly reverse my diabetes and take back control. It wasn't magic, it was a method, and it started right here. My day kicks off at 6:30 sharp, and honestly, I don't even need an alarm anymore. My body just knows. First thing, before my feet even hit the floor properly, prick the finger. That fasting number isn't just a number, it's my morning report card, a direct line from my body telling me how well I honored it the day before. If it's above 110, I know instantly that yesterday's carbs are still lingering, a little unwelcome souvenir. So I jot it down meticulously in the log taped right there on the fridge door. It's a simple act, but it makes it real. While the kettle starts its low rumble for my tea, I grab a tall glass of water. A big, generous squeeze of lemon goes in. Think about it. 12 hours without fluids and your blood gets thick, your sugar sticky. This isn't just about quenching thirst. This hydration starts the internal flush, priming my system for the day ahead. It's like hitting a reset button before the world even wakes up. By 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the kitchen, plating up breakfast like a pro. Forget the cereal and toast. We're talking 3 eggs scrambled in a generous swirl of olive oil, 2 hefty cups of spinach wilted right in, a quarter of a creamy avocado, and a dollop of fresh salsa. No toast, no muffins, no sugary juice, just pure, unadulterated goodness. This combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fat is my secret weapon. It keeps my post-meal glucose peak under 130 consistently. Why is that so crucial? Because spiking your blood sugar is like sending your pancreas on a roller coaster ride it doesn't want to be on. And here's a little trick I learned. I take my metformin with the very last bite of food. This isn't just arbitrary timing, it's strategic. The food acts as a cushion for my stomach, and my liver is already busy processing the meal, so the medication lands gently, minimizing any digestive upset. 7:30 in the morning means movement, non-negotiable. I hit the pavement for a brisk 30-minute walk around my neighborhood. It's not a sprint, it's just fast enough that I could talk comfortably, but definitely not sing. This isn't about burning calories, it's about activating my muscles. Think of your muscles as hungry sponges, just waiting to soak up glucose from your bloodstream, and they can do it without needing extra insulin when you're moving. It's truly incredible. Studies actually show that this single, simple walk can drop your next blood sugar reading by a good 30 points, and believe me, I feel it. My legs feel lighter, my mind clears, and that nagging coffee craving, poof, gone. It sets the tone for the entire day, a powerful start to keeping my sugars in check. It's a non-pharmacological dose of medicine, and it feels amazing. Back home by 10 in the morning, and well, my stomach starts sending out its polite little hunger pings. This is where strategic snacking comes in. I grab a small handful, exactly 10 almonds, and a cup of vibrant raspberries. This isn't mindless munching, there's a method to the madness. The fiber in the raspberries acts like a natural brake, slowing down fat digestion. And that healthy fat from the almonds, it blunts any potential sugar spike from the fruit. Portion control is built right in. No endless grazing from a bag of chips here. I even set a timer on my phone. Why? Because consistent spacing between meals and snacks trains your pancreas. It teaches it to expect fuel at predictable times, preventing those wild swings and keeping your insulin production steady and efficient. It's all about consistency, not deprivation. Lunch at 12:30 is a masterpiece of simplicity my bowl formula. Imagine a plate where half is piled high with non-starchy vegetables. Think colorful bell peppers, crisp cucumbers, leafy greens. A quarter of the plate is dedicated to a lean protein like lentils or chickpeas, packed with fiber, or a perfectly grilled piece of salmon or chicken. The final quarter? That's where the healthy fats come in, often a drizzle of tahini lemon dressing. Brown rice stays firmly on the shelf. I learned the hard way that even a third of a cup of brown rice would send my glucose levels soaring. It's all about knowing your body's unique response. And here's another game changer. I eat slow, really slow. Fork down between bites. I stretch the meal out past 15 minutes because that deliberate pacing flattens the glucose curve almost as much as the food choices themselves. At 1 o'clock, an hour after lunch, I check again. This isn't about judgment, it's about data. If I'm under 140, I celebrate silently, a small internal fist pump. If not, I note the meal, what I ate, and mentally or physically adjust for tomorrow. This isn't punishment, it's valuable information. The log lives on paper, not an app, for a reason. There's something about physically writing down the number that makes it real, tangible, and crucially, it keeps my eyes off my phone, where stress and distractions often hide. This is my dedicated moment of self-reflection, a chance to learn and adapt. Every reading, every adjustment is a step closer to understanding and mastering my body. You know, that inevitable mid-afternoon slump usually hits around 3 o'clock. Instead of reaching for another coffee or a sugary pick-me-up, I just move again. It's not a full-blown workout, but rather a strategic energy boost. I do 10 squats, 10 push-ups against the counter, 10 calf raises, and then repeat the whole mini-circuit twice. It takes maybe 3 minutes, tops, and just like that, my blood sugar dips 10 to 15 points and my energy returns without a single drop of caffeine. My co-workers often ask why I disappear to the copy room or the break area for a few minutes. I just smile and tell them I'm reversing a life sentence, 3-minute chunks at a time. It's amazing what a little consistent movement can do for both your body and your mental state. So, my 3:30 snack is another carefully chosen item, plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with a generous sprinkle of cinnamon. This isn't just a tasty treat, it's a powerhouse for my health. The probiotics in the yogurt are fantastic for my gut bacteria, which, believe it or not, play a huge role in how my insulin receptors function. And cinnamon, it's not just for flavor, it has mild, natural glucose-lowering mojo. I'm super particular about the yogurt. It has to be the unsweetened tub, never the flavored cups. Cutting out those pre-sweetened versions saved me 9 grams of sugar per serving, which adds up to a whopping 3 pounds of sugar a month. Those little changes, they compound into massive wins. It's about being mindful of every gram. Dinner at 6:30 adheres to the same bowl rule as lunch, but with a slight modification for carb. On workout days, and only on workout days, I might allow myself a half cup of quinoa or a small roasted sweet potato. Why the strict carb limit in the evening? Because my evenings are generally sedentary. Any extra carbs I consume then are just destined to become morning regret, pushing up that fasting number. So I focus on flavor. I season heavily with herbs, spices, and chili flakes. Flavor, rich and satisfying, kills the urge to chase dessert. If I still find myself wanting something sweet after dinner, my go-to is a mug of cinnamon tea. 0 calories, and it's a brilliant trick for the taste buds, satisfying that craving without derailing my progress. Evening metformin follows the last bite, just like breakfast. Then I put the pillbox right back in the cupboard. Out of sight, out of mind, but it's already firmly ingrained in my routine. And here's a habit that changed everything for my adherence. Once a week, I count my remaining tablets. If there are any extras, it's a clear sign I missed a dose somewhere, and I immediately text myself a reminder for the next day. This simple, consistent check-in boosted my adherence from a shaky 70% to a rock-solid 98%. It's not about willpower every single time. It's about building systems that make success almost inevitable. 8 o'clock in the evening is my sacred shutdown hour. Screens dim, blue light filters come on, and I grab my journal. I write down 3 things I'm genuinely grateful for. This might sound a little woo-woo, but honestly, there's solid science behind it. Stress hormones like cortisol are notorious for telling your liver to dump sugar into your bloodstream. Gratitude, on the other hand, is a powerful cortisol reducer, and its effects are measurable in saliva within minutes. My continuous glucose monitor is my witness. It consistently shows a 5-point drop on nights I journal versus nights I spend scrolling through news feeds, filling my head with worry. It's a powerful, free tool for managing blood sugar and mental well-being, all rolled into one. It helps me transition from the day's demands to a state of calm, setting the stage for restful sleep. At 9:30 in the evening, I prick one last time, aiming for that under 120 number. If it's higher than I'd like, I don't panic. Instead, I do 5 minutes of slow, deliberate breathing. Inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 6. This simple technique stimulates the vagus nerve, which flips the sympathetic fight or flight switch to the parasympathetic rest and digest mode. This, in turn, can significantly improve insulin sensitivity. Often, after just a few minutes, that number lands exactly where I want it. Then it's off to bed by 10 o'clock. Blackout curtains are drawn and my phone is charging safely in the hallway, far away from my bedside. This is crucial. Sleep under 7 hours can raise your fasting sugar by about 15 milligrams per deciliter the next morning. Protecting those precious hours of deep, restorative sleep isn't just a luxury. It's an integral part of the prescription for reversal. It's when your body truly repairs and resets. After 6 months of this exact, unwavering loop, the numbers spoke for themselves. My A1C, once a daunting 9.2, plummeted to a healthy 5.4. I lost 38 pounds, not by starving myself, but by strategic timing and nourishing choices. My doctor, bless his heart, cut my metformin dose in half, and then just 3 months later, he discontinued it entirely. I'll never forget that last visit. He flipped my chart around, looked me dead in the eye, and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Your diabetes is in remission." Those words, they were better than any medal. They were proof that defiance, discipline, and data could truly change a life. If you're sitting there staring at a bottle of pills and thinking this is your forever, I challenge you. Test just one small piece of this routine tomorrow. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Simply walk for 10 minutes after breakfast and then check your sugar at the 1 hour mark. Watch the difference. See what your body tells you. Then the next day, stack another small habit on top. Those tiny wins, they compound, building momentum and confidence. I'm living proof that it works. Drop your morning fasting number in the comments below. Let's track this progress together.